guys, welcome to another video with A to Z Yoga. I'm Amy, and today's video is about connecting to your core. It's only a short instructional video to really get you connecting to the center of your body for things like various balance poses that require quite a lot of stability. So it's a really great video to do right before you go into doing a gym session, or you go out for a run, or even to start your day, really. It's just to really get you connected to that center part of the body. This is a perfect video for beginners, perfect for pregnancy, perfect for everything, really. So all you need today is a mat, and if you have a table nearby, like mine, that would be really helpful, because we're going to use that to try and help connect with our balance and our stability. So I'll meet you back here. Okay, so we're going to begin on all fours with our hands under our shoulders, wrists under our shoulders, and knees under our hips. And literally we're going to connect to the breath with just our, connect to our core with just our breath. So if you stay in this position and you press down and out with your hands, down with your feet, that will help you to start to connect to your belly already. Keep your throat in line with your spine. And now we're going to just breathe into the tummy. On your inhale, you want to feel the tummy expand, and as you exhale, you draw the tummy in. And again. One more time. Beautiful. It's a really wonderful exercise to do for postnatal as well, because it really just gently starts to connect you back to your core after many, many months of not having really any connection to your core, well, to your belly especially. So now from here, you're going to press down into your hands, down into your left foot, and we're going to keep that connection to the center of our body, to our core, and we're going to just slide our right leg out behind us on the floor and hold it. And then draw that belly in, draw the ribs in, feel like everything is hugging from the outside into the center, and then slide the left hand out in front of you. See if you can keep that connection and just hover the two off the floor. Don't even lift it very far, just a little hover. And then lower and bring it back in. So the idea is you're taking the arm and the leg out without moving anything else, and you're really keeping this connection to the center of the body. That stops anything else from moving. So we're going to try it again on the other side. So pressing down into your hands, down into your right foot, without moving anything else, just slide the left leg out behind you, tap the foot under. Keep that connection to the center as you slide the right hand out in front. Hold yourself in the center. See if you can really keep everything very focused and just hover the two off the ground. And then bring it in. Let's try that one more time on each side so we really get that connection. Keep the belly and the ribs hugged in. That space between the shoulder blades should be slightly soft. Don't puff up into the back. And then take the right leg out. Hold the center. Take the left arm out. Keep that hold in the center as you hover. And lower. One more time on the other side. Sliding that left leg out. Right arm out. Keep that control in the center. Hover off the ground. And then bring it down. Perfect. Now we're going to come into what I feel is probably the best posture and the best pose that anyone can practice to connect to the whole of the center of their body. And that is a plank. Now for my pregnant ladies, we're going to step into a full plank, but you're going to come immediately down onto your knees into a baby plank. For everybody else, unless you are a complete beginner and you equally so don't have that much of a connection to the core yet, then you can also come down straight to the knees to a baby plank position. So you're going to want to be quite far at the front of the mat so you have enough space behind you. You start off in this all fours position with the shoulders right over the top of the wrists, the knees right underneath the hips. That space between the shoulder blades is soft enough for the shoulder blades to come towards each other and sit on the back of the ribs properly. Your throat stays right in line with your upper spine. And then again, you want to take a breath into the belly. And as you exhale to draw it in, keep that connection to the center of your body. Now, without moving your shoulders, they need to stay right over the top of your wrists the whole time. You're going to extend your right leg back out behind you like you've just done before and tuck the toes under. Now, push down into that foot and up through the front of the thigh and the hip without actually moving the pelvis. That will help you to switch your right glute on a bit more. Keep your shoulders where they are, hands where they are, and extend the left leg straight out behind. Nothing else moves. And then for my pregnant ladies and complete beginners, come down to your knees. Then you are in a baby plank position. Getting into that baby plank position is the real optimum way of connecting to the center of your body and holding it there. Us pregnant ladies can hold it there for a little bit, but don't hold it there for too long. You don't really want to overwork your belly, but what it can do is nicely open up the front of the hips. So we're going to come back down and we're going to try that a couple more times so we really get used to the steps that it takes and the feeling of our body being in that position. So you're starting off in your all fours, shoulder blades are in the back, head is in line with your spine, belly is connected, ribs are connected. Take the right foot out behind, push down into the foot but up through the thigh so you connect to your glute. Keep the belly in as you take the left leg out, either stay there or lower the knees to baby plank, holding yourself in that position for a little bit, and you should feel everything is working here, the glutes, the belly, the ribs, the shoulders. And then let's walk it back in again. One more time. Pressing down into the hands, keep that connection to the belly. The shoulder blades sit on the back. Extend the right leg out. Push down through the foot, up through the hip so you connect to the glutes. You keep that connection to the belly as you extend the left leg. Lower the knees if you're a beginner or pregnant. Hold yourself in that position. Feel that opening in the front of the body, that connection to the core, to the ribs, to the shoulders, and then relax it back. Well done. So now that we have a bit more of a connection to the core, a little bit more of a connection to the center of our body, we're going to come up, stand up, and we're going to do a couple of my favorite balance poses, which are a warrior three and a half moon pose. Both of these can be done with a table. They can also be done with a wall if you don't have access to a table right now. If you're doing it on a wall, you'll do it with your hands at shoulder height here to start off with, and then you'll walk yourself backwards. Okay, so you follow the same steps, but you're just at a wall instead of a table. For those of you who have a table, we're going to start standing so that we're standing nice and upright up against the table. Fingertips are on the table at shoulder height, and you're just gently pushing down into the fingers and pull back with your fingers a little. That should help you connect more to the sides of your ribs and to connect the shoulder blades towards each other. You're going to keep that pressing through the fingers and pulling back a little as you walk your feet out, and they end up underneath your hips. So that's the same instruction for people who are at the wall. You end up with the feet underneath the hips. Don't go too far back, otherwise it's very difficult to have that connection to the core and to keep the stability. So you need to have it really stacked underneath the hips. Then keep your head relaxed, so your throat is in line with your spine, your chin is slightly tucked in, and you can breathe all the way from the tailbone to the top of your head. And we're going to have our knees nice and soft, so then we can create more hinge in our hips and again connect a little bit more to our core. Then from here, as you connect into your core by pressing down into your feet and pushing down into the fingers, you're going to take a deep breath in and step your right foot back to the table. So you end up in a kind of triangle pose starter position. Now as you keep pulling back through the fingers, pressing down into the fingertips, you push down into your back heel, which should give you a little bit of a stretch on the back of your calf, unless you already have a nice long calf. And as you push into the back of that heel, nice and slowly press down through your palms now, rather than being on your fingertips, so you have more stability. Pushing down into the back foot, lift your right knee up towards your chest. If you can do that without letting your pelvis shift position, then you're doing it with a really good connection to your core. And then as you keep that connection to your core, bend your left knee, start sitting back with your hips, pushing down and back with your hands, and then extend that right leg all the way out behind you without moving your pelvis or your ribs or your arms. So your arms should be straight and you should feel this really deep connection to the core of your body. This is your warrior three position. Now to come into our half moon pose from here, bend your left knee a bit more, dial out with your left foot without moving it so it connects to the outer glute of that left leg, and start to gently lift your right hip up on top of the left one. Try and stack it. And at the same time, you're going to walk your right hand over to your left hand. Keep drawing in through the belly and drawing in through the ribs. See if you can get this right leg to stay up in line with the hip, and feel that length and opening in the front of the body. It feels really, really great here because you've got the stability of the wall or the table, you can actually focus more on opening up whilst maintaining your stability. It's fabulous. And then walk your feet forwards. I'm going to do that all on the other side to come into those two poses again. So we start on our fingertips, whether we're at the wall or whether we're at the table. As you press into your fingertips, pull them back a little. Get that to connect to your shoulder blades. Pull the belly in, ribs in. And then gently start to walk your feet backwards till you end up with the feet and the heels underneath your hips. Let your head relax. The shoulder blades are sitting on the back of the ribs. The belly and the ribs are hugged in. And then from here, pressing down into the feet, take a nice big step forwards with the left foot. So it comes back towards the table. Push down into that right heel so you start to feel that stretch in the back of the right calf. Both hips are nice and even in that neutral position. Your belly is hugged in. Your ribs are hugged in. So again, you're gaining this connection to the center of your core, the center of your body. Now press your palms flat, whether you're at the wall or whether you're at the table, so that you have more connection and a little bit more stability. Keep the pelvis in this neutral position. Really press into that back heel for your stability and pull that left knee up to the chest without anything else changing position. Now start bending your right knee, hinging and folding back from your hips. Keep your head in line with your spine and then extend that left leg all the way out behind you into your warrior three position. Try and feel that you're really nice and even on the shoulders, nice and even on the belly, on the arms, so everything is staying nice and connected. Then we bend the right knee a bit more, keep the left leg up in line with the hip, and start to gently turn that left hip on top of the right one. Dial out with your right foot a little to connect to that right glute. Start walking gently that left hand over towards your right hand so you can keep opening up the hip a little bit further. And as you hold yourself in this position, the belly comes back, the ribs come back, the head stays back. So it's like you're in one long line from the back of your head to the back of your heel. You don't want to be in a kind of banana position. You want to be in this lovely long line so you can hold it here and get that opening in the hips and the belly. And then take it back and walk it back. Oh, lovely. Good. That should already have given you this lovely feeling of opening in the hips, but also a nice connection to your core, to your center. And once you've done that, you can maybe test your balance here by coming away from a table, away from a wall. And we stand nice and straight in a kind of mountain pose, feet parallel. Inhale and raise your arms to the ceiling, lifting from the shoulder blades. Link your thumbs like a little butterfly and pull them away from each other just to connect into the shoulders a bit more.
Keep your belly, your ribs and everything for that center core pulled in, and then you slowly raise yourself up onto the toes. See if you can feel that draw in through the pelvic floor, all the way in through the belly, so you're keeping that connection, and that will help you really easily to maintain your balance here. And then slowly lower. Let's just do that 2 more times, see if we really have that connection and that stability. And then lower. One last time. Trying not to swing yourself forwards, you're trying to pull yourself up from the center of your body. And then down. And that's it. So now you should be really well connected to the center of your body, to your stability, and be ready to go out and face the day, face your run, face your yoga class, whatever it is that you're doing, your workout, and have that stability in the center of your body so that you can move more freely throughout the rest of your body, and then more safely. That's the most important thing. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like it. Comment below with any other ideas that you have for further videos, any comments that you have on this video, and please press the subscribe button, wherever it is, so you don't miss out on any other future videos. And I will see you next time. Have a wonderful week. Namaste.